Well, step up and stand out is really about how we can become respected within our industry and provide the best service possible. And the class I had broken up into two different categories or two different sections. It's internal customer service and external customer service. And internal customer service is really about how we treat our own employees, how, our stakeholders, people that are directly connected to our company. Because if we could treat them properly and show them the respect they deserve, giving them the tools and the training and the time to do the things we want them to do, give them the right guidance, then we set them up so they can provide the best service possible for our external customers, which are the people that we're there to protect and serve when we answer the call. And the goal is to provide the best service possible. We just don't want to show up and just do the job. We want to show up and exceed expectations. But how can we do that without providing tools for our people? And it's interesting in the fire service where we're real good at training people how to put the fire out, how to vent the holes in a roof, or how to provide extrication at a vehicle, entrapment. We can do all that stuff. We've been training for that. We're very good at what we do. But yet we have not spent nearly enough time talking to our firefighters and our officers about how to deal with people. And this is what we do day in and day out, in a soft environment inside the firehouse, and in a hard environment or on the fire ground. So what Step Up and Stand Out is about is how we can provide the best service possible to the people in the communities we serve and take care of our own in the process. When we talk about why people do what they do, why do you do what they do? It's been said that everybody knows what they do. Most people know how to do it. But only a few truly know why they do it. So, to begin this portion of today, I want to ask you, why do you do what you do? Why are you a firefighter? Why do you put yourself in a position that we all put ourselves in and risk everything that we risk for people we don't know? And everybody can have a different reason why they do it. Why are people firefighters? We talked about earlier why people work in general, for time, money, security, recognition, belong to a team, make a difference. This is why people work. So, do people do it for money or security? Sure, they'll do it for that. By the way, volunteer fire departments, a lot of times when they contact me, they'll tell me they're having a problem with recruiting or retention. And I bring this list up to them and I say, well, think about this. If you can't offer time, money, or security, what can you offer? For people to belong to a team, for recognition, for people to feel like they're making a difference? Well, when people join your organization, and this applies to all you in the room, whether you're a career or volunteer also, do they feel like they just joined a family, like we talked about earlier today? It's very important for me that people have that feeling. I'm part of a team. I'm making a difference. I will make sure that you know by the end of today that you know that you make a difference. In a society that's hurting for role models, we have a room full of them right here. A lot of you just don't know it yet.
This is the second time I've seen Frank speak. I really enjoy his. To me, I try not to take away just professionally, but also personally. And I think a lot of this message can be heard from numerous people. It doesn't have to be the fire service people. It can teach you how to be a better father, a better husband, a better businessman.
What I really liked about Frank's presentation was the practicality of it, and the way he related it to the fire service. He had, the stages of team growth were the same as the stages of fire growth, so it was something I was able to remember easily.
One of the most impactful things that I heard him talk about today dealt with expectations. He talked a lot about expectations, but one thing in particular he said is that people will rise and fall to meet the level of my expectations. So not only is it important for me to lay my expectations out early to my crew, but to hold them accountable for up to those expectations throughout the time that I'm with them.
I always take something out of every session that I get, and I think out of this one what I learned was different ways to build morale. Building morale as a young officer can be sort of difficult because you haven't necessarily been through all the toughest situations that somebody with 20 or 30 years experience might have gone through, and so sometimes you get sort of caught not really knowing how to handle different situations. And so his 8 steps towards building morale was a big takeaway for me. and something that I definitely can start implementing today and moving forward to building some great morale.
I think that one of the things that I took away from this was that you can't fix what you don't acknowledge. And I think it's important to take a look at yourself and also with your crew in order to recognize things that you can address.
This is probably my third or fourth, I guess, session that I participated in. And each one, you know, you can pull little different segments out of. I guess overall, I like the just the importance of the value in the people and knowing the people and learning your people.
For me, I think the customer service aspect really resonated because we are public servants and we are that call that people make no matter what their emergency or need is, and they expect us to solve their problem.